Today is a very super auspicious, excellent day. What is the day today? Ekadashi. Ekadashi Tithi is like mother of bhakti. It gives birth to bhakti. If you observe Ekadashi, bhakti manifest. For example, mother gives birth to a child. In the same way, Ekadashi, if you observe Ekadashi, the bhakti takes birth. That's why Ekadashi Tithi is called like the birth giver of bhakti. She gives birth to bhakti. In human life, you should observe Ekadashi Tithi from the age of 8 to 80. From the age of 8 to 80 years old, you have to observe Ekadashi. But if you don't do after the age of 80, if you don't follow Ekadashi, there is like no sin. But from 8 to 80, everybody should observe Ekadashi. This is not like assembly of arguments, so you should not make arguments. Or if you have a question, then after katha, you ask. And you take permission and consent from the speaker, and then you ask the question. Try and understand. Because in the middle of katha, if you ask a question, the subject of katha is diverted and it touches another subject, and other listeners, their mind get disturbed. One subject is not clarified. Whatever doubt you have in your heart, you write it down, think about it, remember it, and when katha finishes, then you go to the listener, you go to the speaker, and this is true or not? To know that, three things you have to do. Tadvitti, what to do? Pranipad, Pariprashna Sevaya. Three things. With humbly, you ask, if I am qualified, please answer my question, and please be merciful and give me answers. So you have to be humble in the first place. For example, when you go for education in school and college, I'm not educated. I think you all are so high class educated, PhD, doctorate degrees. So you know, in the Indian Vedic culture, there is a proper rule to follow. You have to follow this rule to be respectful to the teachers. So God is saying, Tadviddhi Pranipad Pariprashna Sevaya. You have to serve also. Need to serve. Be humble. Oh dear God, if I am qualified to hear this answer, please clarify my doubt and answer my question, if you think it is appropriate to answer. This is very deep subject, very important subject. Otherwise, in the assembly of scholars, you won't be respected. No respect for such a person. I'm not disrespecting anyone here. Try and understand my point. We have to study Gita daily. What Gita God is saying in Gita. Because there is nothing greater than God. God, He knows everything. And Jivas, Alpagya. Alpagya means like less knowledgeable. We are not God. You are not God. Some people say, I am God. I say, how possible? This is wrong. You cannot say, I am God. That's why in Vaishnava culture, what teaching did Mahaprabhu give? He said, We have to accept the teaching of Mahaprabhu. There was one big scholar, his name was Kesava Kashmiri. Big scholar, Kesava Kashmiri. He was very high class scholar. And he used to defeat everybody in the assembly of discussion of scriptures. At that time there was Nimai Pandit. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, his Krishna himself, Nimai Pandit. When Kesava Kashmiri came, some Pandit scholars were thinking that Nimai, he defeats us all the time. The local scholars were thinking, let's check, how will he defeat the Kesava Kashmiri? When Kesava Kashmiri came, all the scholars, they hid themselves, because Kesava Kashmiri was not an ordinary scholar. He was like the Saraswati, the presiding deities of knowledge. Saraswati was in his throat. Listen properly. I saw people ask question and I asked to tell them this thing. In his throat, Saraswati used to sit, the presiding deities of knowledge. There were so nice shlokas also. He used to recite shlokas like a storm. He used to recite shlokas, thousands of shlokas, properly, accurately, exactly. And big scholars were thinking how possible he remembers so many shlokas. He used to recite shlokas so quickly and so accurately. Such a high class scholar he was. Kesava Kashmiri, he came. And north, east, west, south, around the whole world, he was very famous. And he was the best scholar around the whole world. And then he entered Navdeep. All the big scholars in Navdeep, they were thinking what to do now. Okay, so little child Nimai is there. We will put Nimai in front of him. Let's see. Wow, Nimai should also get defeated because he defeats us all the time. So when Kesava Kashmiri came, the Brahman said, discuss scriptures with us. Shastra Arth is like kind of an discussion of scriptures where one person wins at the end. So Brahman said, oh, first you discuss scriptures with this little baby, then you come to us. The locals said. They would think, oh, this is a child, what to say. Kesava Kashmiri was thinking, it's like I will defeat him. I will defeat him with like little knowledge. At that same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting on the banks of Ganga and with his followers, his disciples, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting. And Kesava Kashmiri came and said, are you Nimai? He said, yes, I am Nimai. Mahaprabhu is very humble. He said, yes, I am Nimai. What are you teaching? Oh, I am a very small level scholar. I teach grammar and I don't even know that. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality of Godhead, God himself. He said, I teaching grammar, but you are so high class scholar. You are such high class scholar. I am only teaching grammar here. I have heard about you. I have heard your glories everywhere. Discuss scriptures with me, Kesava Kashmiri said. Mahaprabhu said, what to discuss? I just teach grammar and that too I don't even know properly. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, see how humble he is. There's like the fruits in the tree. All the branch of the tree, they bend down when there's weight of the fruit. So like bowing down symbolizes humbleness. When there are fruits in the tree, when the fruit is completely ripe and heavy, the branch bends down. And there are no fruits in the tree, that tree is always standing top in the sharp way. So this example is coming, write this down. Like you are making puris, you make a dough and you put it in the oil to fry it. Until it is fried completely, it is completely moving round and round and round in the utensil that you are cooking. Have you seen the making of puris? Today is Ekadasi, there would be no puris. There might be kutu puri the buckwheat puris. You can see the puri, it moves round and round in circle. When the puri is completely cooked, completely red, when it's cooked, it does not move and it does not make any sound also. Once it is cooked, so the proper scholars, they are like grounded, humble. I'm not targeting anybody. I'm telling you what is in the scriptures. So there needs to be qualification to hear. Then we become qualified for kirtan. We can listen. This is the thing. The desire comes. Mahaprabhu gave a beautiful example. Mahaprabhu sitting very humbly, and he said to Kesava Kashmiri. Kesava Kashmiri said, "No, discuss scriptures with me." Okay, tell me about the glories of Ganga, he said. Mahaprabhu very humbly, he said, "We're sitting on the banks of Ganga, you are a big scholar." Mahaprabhu said this to Kesava Kashmiri to tell the glories of Ganga. Then Keshav Pandit, he, like a storm, there was like a storm in North India. It was like a huge wind. The wind speed was more about like 250, which is very high. So very quickly, with very fast speed, he was reciting shlokas and expressing the glories of Ganga through his knowledge. Mahaprabhu, humbly, he was listening, like, wow, very nice. And when it ended, Mahaprabhu said, "Let me tell you one thing. Your speech is very nice." Mahaprabhu first he doubted. But there are some good and bad about it. Kesava Kashmiri said, "In my recitation, there can be no fault." Why? He has so much confidence that I can never be wrong. He has confidence also because I'm not speaking shlokas. Saraswati from my throat is speaking the shlokas. Because he has faith in Saraswati, the presiding deities of knowledge. Because he does not know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I said, "Okay, tell me." Kesava Kashmiri said, "Okay, I spoke so many shlokas. Which shlok meaning you want to hear?" Mahaprabhu, from thousands of shloka, he spoke one shloka. Kesava Kashmiri was surprised that how I don't even remember what shlokas I said. How possible this Nimai remembers? Because he did not speak. Who spoke the shlokas? Saraswati from his throat. She spoke the shlokas. And Mahaprabhu said, so they're only good on my recitation. There cannot be any fault. So Mahaprabhu was saying, there is some fault in your recitation. Then Kesava Kashmiri he was thinking, it's a big katha, but I will finish it in short. Kesava Kashmiri was thinking, I have defeated big scholars all around the world, and I crossed this ocean, and my boat, it's like a Hindi proverb. So for example, you're surfing through the whole ocean and my boat, it sank in a little pond. It's like a Hindi proverb. So he worshipped to Devi Saraswati and saying, "This Saraswati, what happened?" So Mahaprabhu said to him, "No problem." All the disciples of Mahaprabhu were clapping, and Mahaprabhu said, "No, you should never disrespect a pandit, a scholar." And Mahaprabhu said, "You can tomorrow we will continue our discussion." Such beautiful is the life of Mahaprabhu, and we should hear about it, learn about it. Then when we study Gita, then we will understand the meaning of Bhagavad, we will understand meaning of Gita. Only after you understand the life history of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I'm saying this because, so my subject is like, by logic you cannot understand anything, but only by the mercy of God you can understand. So like the Brahma is glorifying like this. You're saying, Prabhu, if someone does not have your mercy, by knowledge and scholars they cannot understand by knowledge or any other process. Only by the mercy of God you can understand and realize these things. You can wander in the cycle of birth and that for many lifetimes, and you can do austerities, knowledge, everything, but you won't understand God. Like Prabhuji spoke Sanskrit. Like Prabhuji said, I am not speaking shlokas because this is humbleness of Prabhuji. Because Sanskrit, who will understand Sanskrit? The Pandit, the scholars, they will be like, oh, very nice Sanskrit. In scriptures it is said, you can say Vishnavi or Vishnaya. Bhavagrahi Jana, the God accepts your mood, your pronunciation does not matter. And what shlokas you are saying, who will search? Which shloka belongs to where? This is Padma Puran shlok, Bhagavad shlok, or where? How many knowledgeable you are? You tell me, how many people will understand the shloka? Like, just mix up the shlokas. No one will even identify if you mix up the shlokas. So by making sound is not beneficial, you know. So it should be, you should refer to scriptures. This is the truth. In assembly of scholars, and you should respect. It is very nice. But yet, being humble, we should hear. Humbly we should hear. It's very important shloka. Seva vritti, the desire to serve. Then they will tell, if you don't serve, then why will they answer your question? You tell me. Hari Krishna. Hari Krishna. There are doubts in the subject is gone. Like the doubt that is coming in the heart, you express it in a very humble way after offering pranams properly, after offering obeisances. And you serve, and then pranipad means to humbly offer obeisances. In Srimad Bhagavad there are many shlokas like this. Parikshit Maharaj very humbly said, O Brahman, Gurudeva, you know everything, you know past, present, future, everything. If I am qualified to hear this level of katha, then by your mercy, please explain this topic to me. Today is Ekadashi, I am telling. See, this is very pure day today. Remember it on every Ekadashi. And you should also tell this to others. You should follow Ekadashi yourself and also invite others to follow Ekadashi. On the day of Ekadashi, you should not eat 5 types of grains. So rice, wheat, dal, you cannot eat it. People will ask question, why? Because in the grains there are the sins. There are special 5 type of sins that exist in the grains. That's why if you take grains on the day of Ekadashi, you have to suffer the sinful reactions for many lifetimes. So which sin you suffer? Killing mother, killing cow, killing father, killing Brahman, killing Guru. So big sins. You have to suffer these sins if you eat grains. So anyhow, on the day of Ekadashi, never eat grains. And you should also not give any grains to anybody or someone else. We are Hindu. It is not the way. You have to realize what is it, Hindu. Hindu country can only become, when we accept the teachings of being a Hindu, then it can be a country of, see, all my Western devotees very beautifully, they have put tilaks, they are coming from Russia, someone from Brazil, some from UK, someone from Russia, someone from England, see, someone from Spain is here, see their foreheads, they have a very beautiful tilak on their foreheads, they all have this, you look yourself, they are wearing beautiful tilaks, you see, because this is the first thing, this is a like foundation base to put tilak, with kanti mala, see their throats, you can check, in the necks they are wearing tulsi mala, you have to wear tulsi mala, they are not eating onion garlic, they follow good behavior. If we don't put tilak and we don't put shika and we don't wear dhoti, how will we develop? How will we proceed? This is the truth. The preaching starts from here. Everyone is chanting Hare Krishna, Nam Sankirtan, okay, it is good. But look, the first step is this. When a new child is admitted into a school, what do you teach them? You don't teach them the books of the PhD level. First you teach them A for apple, B for ball. You teach them this thing first. And you give apple also so that the child realizes what apple looks like, what is apple. So child remembers, okay, this is an apple. In the same way, this is like the foundation of preaching. Tell to everybody, oh dear mothers, sisters, oh dear brothers, everybody put tilak on your forehead. A Muslim person, they 5 times a day they read namaz, and whenever they find time they sit in any place they find. This is true or not? You can see in television the Muslims, they recite namaz. They're sitting in airport also, in the trains, anywhere they sit. We are Hindu and we feel ashamed. That's why we're suffering also. This is true. They wear a specific hat also on their head, and they keep a specific shape, style of beard. Because every religion, there's like a attire of different religion. We should make everyone aware about this, spread awareness about this. May the people become aware. This is preaching. This is the foundation that we set first. See, these Western devotees are wearing saris, following 4 principles, following good behavior. They are observing Ekadasi also. Following Ekadasi is very, very necessary. Those who don't follow Ekadasi, then you have to suffer sinful reactions again and again. You have to come back to the cycle of birth and death. So that's why it's so super excellent auspicious day, Ekadashi Tithi, bhakti-janane. She's like mother of bhakti. It gives birth to bhakti. Do Nirjala Ekadashi in Kali Yuga. How possible to do Nirjala? Gurudeva used to say, those who are stomach is upset, for them they can eat some fruits, some concession, and eat fruits. Don't eat rice, dal, pulses. No. On the day of Ekadashi, eat fruits. Eat fruits. You can eat fruits. All this has been explained in scriptures. Don't be in false like mundane talks on the day of Ekadashi. Don't sleep on the day of Ekadashi after doing mundane talks. No. Don't criticize anybody. Don't do mundane talks. What is the benefit of criticizing anybody? For example, someone is a thief. If you are saying thief, he's a thief, one day you will become a thief yourself. You will get absorbed in the mentality of that person and you say thief, you yourself become thief. So that's why I always say never criticize anyone and chant holy names. On the day of Ekadashi, chant more holy names. Every day if you are chanting 16 rounds, on the day of Ekadashi, chant at least 32. Double the amount you usually do. On the day of Ekadashi, try to chant as more as possible. And don't do mundane talks or don't criticize anybody. Discuss about God, chant holy names, sit alone and chant holy names in association of sadhu. Why are we all here right now? To listen harikatha. Nothing else you have to do also. Fall on the day of Ekadashi. Listen harikatha. Do kirtan. See his beautiful Prabhu, Tarun Prabhu. In his life he had many problems. With so much struggle, he is trying to preach also. It is good. See, I became so surprised. He's remembering many shlokas. I feel so nice. Remember nice shlokas. But you should not only speak shlokas, you should apply the behavior in the life also. You should apply the learning of the shlokas in your life. So Ramayana, there are 3 types of flowers in Ramayana is explained. How many types of flowers? 3 types of flowers. One flower, it just blooms. It does not give any fruit. In one flower, it is a flower and a fruit also. And the third, the flower you cannot see the flower, but the fruit comes straight away. 3 types of flowers. Read Ramayana, then you will know. Such a beautiful example is this. Rose fruits. Have you seen any fruit of rose? But rose is beautiful, isn't it? How many fruits? Rose is just a flower. It is not transformed into a fruit. And another type of flower, it's a flower and it's also fruit. What is that? Pomegranate. It's pumpkin. So in pumpkin there's a flower and fruit. There's a proverb. If you touch that plant, then the plant dies. So that's why they put a black thread around the plant, so it's protected from evil eyes. They protect the plant from evil eyes. Okay, so my subject is this, that there's a third thing. There is no flower. You cannot see the flower. The third example, you cannot see the flower at all, but the fruit comes. Which is that? Jackfruit. The jackfruit. There's no flower, but there's a very beautiful fruit coming. In the life, apply the teaching of scriptures in your life. Follow the good behavior. When we follow and when we speak, then it is impactful and then it gives murut. There are many people who are speaking shlokas. Ravan, big knowledgeable person. Ravan's scholar was like unique and unparalleled. Ravan is like, his scholarship was like unique and unparalleled. When Ravan used to glorify Shiva, he used to express very beautiful shloka. But Ravan is doing what he wants. That's why by knowledge, money, everything, you cannot understand. You have to do and apply the teachings on your behavior. That's why I'm saying this, because follow Ekadasi yourself and also preach about Ekadasi to others, because it is important to observe Ekadasi. It is a bit painful. It is also painful to preach. It's not travel, it's trouble. It's not travel, it's trouble. If a flight get cancelled, then where will you go? You can just lie down in a corner. Traveling is so painful. It's so hard. That's why. So observe behavior yourself and then preach. That's why Krishna said, Mad Bhakto, everything Krishna said. And that same Krishna appeared in form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu chanted the name. If you don't follow yourself, then don't preach. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna, appeared in form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he's chanting holy names himself. He's putting his hands up and chanting out loud. Oh dear brothers, oh dear mothers, oh dear sisters, everybody, I request, everybody chant holy names. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up. For how long will you sleep? It's 10 p.m., it's 10 a.m., 12 p.m. How long will you sleep? Many people, they work at night. They work till 3 a.m. on their computer, they're doing click, 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 and then they sleep. And they wake up around 12 p.m., 1 p.m. in the afternoon. You will sleep for how long? Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. For how long will you sleep in the lap of Maya? So, accept the greatest thing that we are giving to you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, the best medicine, I am bringing it. I'm bringing this best medicine from Golok. This Harinam is the prem, the wealth of love that is coming from Golok Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he brought this medicine from Golok Vrindavan, which is not about this material world. This medicine is very powerful. Take this. And Mahaprabhu is saying, you take this medicine. And Maya will go away. So, name of Govinda. Mahaprabhu said, the holy name of God is like a roar of a lion. When a lion roars, the elephant, it leaves the forest. It goes away from the forest when lion roars. In the same way, Harinam is like roar of a lion. That's why the Nam, Sankirtan, all the sins, everything, they run away. So chant out loud. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Listen. This is very nice. Nam Sankirtan in Kali Yuga, this is the only way. In Kali Yuga, don't need to do anything else. Just chant holy names. Very beautiful. This is all around the world. The preaching is going on. It is by the mercy of our gurus, previous gurus. Bhakti-janane Maharaj, he went to the west and he started to play kartal. And all the people nearby, they started to play mridang, the dancing. He started to play gong. At the time of Rath Yatra, 70 to 80 years old man holding a gong. When he started to play, it was looking like a young child is playing. With very actively, he was dancing in ecstasy. This is the power of chanting holy names. It will turn an old person into a young person. It will turn an old person into a young person. This is the power of the holy name. This is true. Holy name is extremely powerful. When you chant, you get the power. You will start to dance in ecstasy. That's why today is Ekadasi. Everybody observe Ekadasi properly. I request to everybody. And chant holy names. Many people from other sampradayas, they don't follow Ekadasi and people run towards them. People are very attracted by them. But this is not okay. There are many scriptures, there are many shlokas in scriptures that give evidence that those who don't follow Ekadasi, they go to hell. They have to suffer the sinful reactions. Whether a widowed person or a married woman, everyone, all human have to follow Ekadasi. This is coming in scriptures. So due to time constraints, I will finish harikatha soon because I have to travel back also. We came back 1.5 hours and we will go back 1.5 hours. The traffic is so much in Delhi. This is the thing. We need to have firm faith. I will tell you a short story. We have to understand the glories of Ekadasi. On the day of Ekadasi, we have to hear the glories of Ekadasi. There was a king. His name was Rugmangada. He was a very religious king. He had so much parental affection to all his citizens, and he used to charge very nominal tax. And he used to take tax and he also returned it to the citizens. He did not take money from his citizens and fill his bank balance. No. Like they deposit their money in Swiss bank, in a black money bank. But no, that king is very nice. He's taking tax from the citizens, and with that tax, he used to take care of the citizens and serve the citizens with the money that they have paid. Because this is what a king should do. So the citizens were very happy. So one day, listen properly. One day, Rugmangada, he went to a saint, the Rishi, and he said, Maharaj, tell me, what did I do in my past life that I have become a king, and my citizens are my kingdom is very prosperous and happy? What have I done? The Balkilya Rishi, he knew past, present, future, everything. He knew everything. And Balkilya Rishi said, look, king, Rugmangada, listen. In past life, you did not do anything good. You did so many sins. You were an alcoholic person. You used to associate with prostitute. You used to associate with other women in illicit way. Rugmangada king heard this and he became surprised. How possible I am king with a very prosperous kingdom? How my citizens are happy? At that time he said, Balkilda Rishi said, King, listen. In past life, unknowingly, you observed the day fast of Ekadasi. He did Nirjala Ekadasi. You don't even know the glories of Ekadasi. How? Listen. You had a relationship with a prostitute. On the day of Ekadasi, that prostitute became sick. And in her separation, you also did not eat anything at all that day. And surprisingly, that prostitute, on the day of Ekadasi, she gave up her body. She died. And that same prostitute is your queen. See, one Ekadasi, he did unknowingly. Not even drink water. And by that result, she became a queen. And next Ekadashi, you give up your body. You were in her separation, and then you gave up body on the next Ekadashi. Not eat anything, not drink anything. See, this is the fruit of following one Ekadashi. You have so much huge, prosperous kingdom that you have with full wealth, happy citizens. Rugmangada king, he heard this and he had firm faith, because we should have faith in what sadhus are saying. Everyone is listening katha. They listen from one ear and it goes out from the other ear. Where are you going? Are you going to throw the katha away out from the ear? No, listen, sit down. Listen katha, let it go inside. Listen from ear and bring it to your heart. Otherwise, say, Gurudev, we have to give some donation to you. So whatever katha we have listened, we will return it back, and that is our donation to you. No, this is not the way. Listen to katha. Listen to katha properly and take katha in your heart back to your home. So look. King, what did he do? He had faith, firm faith in the sentences of the sadhu. Then Mangathim came and he declared and announced throughout his kingdom that all the citizens in my kingdom from the age of 8 to 80 years old, everyone, they will and they have to observe Ekadashi. Though one who will not do Ekadashi, they will be kicked out from the kingdom. Look, he's king, he has power, no? And all the people started to follow Ekadashi anyhow, by fear or anything. They are observing Ekadashi. One day, Raja, King Rugmangada, he went to the forest. He was hunting for a deer. And deer, he saw a forest. In forest he saw a deer, and there was a 16-year-old girl sitting. It was a very beautiful girl. The king saw her and he became attracted to her, and the girl was crying. King Rugmangada asked, "Who are you? Why are you crying?" He said, "Look, my parents have abandoned me. That's why I'm here to commit suicide." The king Rugmangada said, "You marry me, you stay in my kingdom, no problem." But she said, "Okay, I will marry you, but look, whatever I do, don't cause obstruction in my doing." Because king was absorbed in love, so he was attracted, and he said, "Okay." In that same forest, King Rugmangada, he married in the forest. He exchanged the garlands in the forest. When they came back, the citizens were very happy, because she was very beautiful. And the queen also became, so there was son of Rugmangada, Dharmangada. 10 days passed by. On the day of Dashmi, the servants of king were declaring around the villages that tomorrow is Ekadashi, everyone observe Ekadashi. Those who will eat rice, pulses on the day of Ekadashi, the king will punish them and they will kick them from the kingdom. They will be kicked from the kingdom. So the new queen was here. She was also hearing these announcements going through the whole kingdom. Like, oh, I have to follow Ekadashi. She said, no, I will not follow Ekadashi. The queen said, on the day of Ekadashi, I will eat everything. I will eat everything. On the day of Ekadashi, I will eat everything. The king heard this and king said, no, little queen, listen. Follow Ekadashi. I will not follow Ekadashi, she said. After a lot of insisting, he insisted a lot. The little queen said, okay, I will do Ekadashi. There is one condition. This son Rugmangada, you cut his throat. You have to cut his throat. And you and your mother have to see. The mother and father both have to hold this blade and you have to smile and cut the son's head. Then I will follow Ekadashi. The son said, Father, don't break your religion. You follow religion. Follow righteousness. Any situation, don't stop following Ekadashi. Rugmangada, the son, said himself, bring the blade to me. So they were holding a big blade, and on one side there was father, other side there was mother. Can anyone cut the throat of your child? If you hear this, you will get goosebumps. Can anyone cut your child? Can you cut your child? But look, king and queen, Rugmangada, they were holding like a saw blade, and all the demigods were also witnessing this event. Brahma, Shiva, Ganesh, they all wanted to witness this event. They all came to see what's happening, just to see that who are these parents who are ready to kill their child when with a smiling face. How possible? So surprising this is. In the meantime, Narayan Shri Hari also appeared. When Shri Hari appeared, that same little queen, she folded hands and said, King, stop. You have passed the exam. I am not an ordinary woman. I am Maya Devi. I was here to take your test. I wanted to check your faith towards Ekadashi. I wanted to see how firm you are with it, and that's why I planned all this drama. That's why in scriptures it is said, any situation, any circumstance, you should not stop following Ekadashi. People are saying nonsense things. Not like this. In scriptures there is a reason. From the age of 8 to 80, whether man or woman, whether widow or married woman, anybody, they all have to follow Ekadashi. Everybody should observe Ekadashi. This is the point. That's why everybody observe Ekadashi and chant holy names, do Hari Bhajan. Then the life will be happy. You will attain God in this life only, and in next life, if you don't attain God in next life, God will give you so much wealth and money in the next life. If you follow like a little limb of bhakti, in next life, you will take birth in a very rich, high class Brahman family. And everyone will follow good behavior in the family. And you will get association of sadhu also. And then you will attain God. That's why I follow Ekadashi and chant holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There are many kathas, but due to time constraints, I will stop and let's do Arati. And you all do kirtan also. There is kirtana ke bhakti, So in the start, in the middle and in the end, you have to do kirtan. In the start, in the middle and at the end, you have to do kirtan. Chant, sing with me.